Imagine a government could just ask an AI to build the perfect cyber weapon. Not in some far-off future, but like right now. It definitely sounds like something out of a movie, but it's not. It's a very real threat, and in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how state-sponsored hackers are weaponizing AI and, what that means for the rest of us.
So let's just start with this one simple question. Could an AI, a large language model like the ones we're all hearing about, actually write functional, dangerous malware for a state-sponsored hacking group?
Well, the answer is a huge, resounding yes. This is not some future threat we need to worry about down the road. It's not a hypothetical. It is happening right now, and we're about to show you the proof.
Okay, so who's behind this? Well, this brings us to a pretty notorious group of hackers with clear ties to North Korea. And they're pioneering this new, kind of alarming technique for a very specific and, very profitable reason.
So let's just break this whole operation down. The group we're talking about is called Konni, and as you can see, they're linked to other well-known North Korean state-sponsored groups. Think of them as different arms of the same big cybercrime initiative. But look at their target. It's not random. It's incredibly specific. They're going after blockchain engineers and developers, mostly in the Asia-Pacific. So why them? Well, it's because they hold the keys to the digital kingdom. By targeting the people who actually build these financial systems, the hackers can go straight to the source to steal cryptocurrency and other valuable digital assets. This is nothing short of a calculated international heist.
So how do they actually pull it off? The attack is like a cascade of digital dominoes. And the crazy part is, it all starts with a simple, deceptive little trick designed to get the victim to make just one wrong click.
Okay, so here's how the infection chain works, broken down into 5 steps. First, you've got the lure. The target gets a link on Discord, and it leads to a zip file. Inside that file, a malicious shortcut. So you click that shortcut, and it triggers a hidden PowerShell loader. Now, to cover its tracks, a totally normal-looking Word document opens up just to distract you. But while you're looking at that document, the real damage is being done. A PowerShell backdoor is installed, and it's set to run every single hour.
So what exactly is a PowerShell backdoor? Think of it like a secret digital key to the victim's computer. It gives the hackers total remote control. But what makes this one especially nasty is that it runs in memory. That means it's not saved like a regular file on the hard drive, which makes it incredibly difficult for your standard antivirus software to even know it's there. It's basically a ghost in the machine.
And this is where the story gets really, really interesting. The malware itself was sophisticated for sure, but what truly stood out to security researchers was how it was written. They found these digital fingerprints that just didn't point to a human author.
I mean, it's a fair question, right? Code is just code. How on earth can you tell if it was written by a person or by a large language model? Well, it turns out there are some very telling clues.
The evidence just started piling up, piece by piece. First off, the code had this super clear, structured documentation right at the top, almost like a user manual. That is incredibly weird for malware, which is usually written to be as messy and confusing as possible. The code itself was also exceptionally clean and logical, almost like a textbook example. Then you had the comments inside the code. The phrasing was just like what you'd expect from an AI giving an explanation. But one piece of evidence? That was the undeniable smoking gun.
And here it is. This is the smoking gun. This exact line of text was found as a comment inside the malware's code. It is a classic placeholder generated by an AI. It's basically telling the human user, hey, you need to swap this part out with your own information. It's like finding the AI's instruction manual left inside the final product. No human hacker would ever leave a note like that in their code.
But get this, the AI didn't just write any code, it wrote intelligent code. Before it does anything, the malware actually checks what level of access or privileges it has on the computer it's infected. So this isn't just some blunt instrument, it's adaptive.
And its behavior actually changes based on what it finds. So if it has low privileges, it acts all cautious. It sends back some basic info and just kind of waits for simple commands. But if it discovers it has admin privileges, full control, it unleashes its full capabilities. It's ready to execute any command the hackers send its way. This shows a level of sophistication that is, honestly, pretty concerning.
So, what does this all mean? Why is one piece of AI-generated malware such a massive deal? Well, it's because this signals a fundamental shift in the entire world of cybersecurity. This changes the game.
This chart really puts it all into perspective. Traditionally, if you wanted to create effective malware, you needed a high level of technical skill and a ton of effort. But with AI in the picture, that barrier to entry just plummets. Now you can have threat actors with relatively low skill generating really sophisticated tools with very little effort. It basically democratizes the ability to create powerful cyber weapons, and that puts dangerous capabilities into way more hands. So the bottom line, the crucial point, is this. We have officially moved past the what if. AI is no longer just a potential tool for hackers, it is an active tool being used right now to speed up and scale up state-sponsored cyber attacks. And this incident with the Konni group, that's all the proof we need.
And all of this leaves us with a really critical question for the future. As these AI tools get more powerful and easier to access, the barrier to creating dangerous malware just gets lower and lower. So, when pretty much anyone can generate a sophisticated cyber weapon with just a few prompts, who is truly safe?